In the pantheon of martial arts cinema, few debates ignite more passion than comparing legends across different eras and styles. Today, we pit two titans against each other in their absolute prime. Chuck Norris, the American karate champion turned Hollywood icon,
versus Donnie Yen, the Hong Kong virtuoso who brought Ip Man to life with breathtaking authenticity. This hypothetical battle represents more than just a clash of fighting styles. It's a meeting of East and West, traditional martial arts versus modern mixed martial arts philosophy, and two distinct approaches to combat excellence.
Chuck Norris dominated the martial arts world in the 1960s and 70s as an undefeated middleweight karate champion. His transition to Hollywood created a new archetype of the stoic, bearded action hero. Films like Way of the Dragon, where he famously fought Bruce Lee in the Roman Colosseum, Missing in Action, and Walker, Texas Ranger cemented his status as an American martial arts legend. Norris brought a distinctly Western approach to martial arts, emphasizing power, directness, and unwavering determination. Donnie Yen revolutionized modern martial arts cinema with his portrayal of Ip Man, the legendary Wing Chun master who trained Bruce Lee. His career spans decades, but his prime years showcased an incredible fusion of traditional Chinese martial arts with contemporary choreography and filmmaking techniques. Yen's approach emphasizes speed, precision, and fluidity, representing the pinnacle of Eastern martial arts philosophy translated to screen. In his prime, Norris was a formidable Tang Soo Do and Taekwondo practitioner with devastating kicks and solid boxing fundamentals. His fighting philosophy was built on a foundation of explosive power generation from a wide stance, which provided the stability and leverage necessary for his devastating techniques. This wide base naturally led to his heavy reliance on kicks, particularly his signature roundhouse kick that could end fights with a single devastating blow. The power generated from his stance wasn't just about offense. It enabled strong defensive positioning and counterattacking capabilities that made him nearly impossible to surprise. When opponents tried to rush him, Norris would use his solid base to pivot and unleash counterstrikes with fight-ending force. This defensive mindset was enhanced by his mastery of psychological warfare through intimidation and presence, where his reputation and stoic demeanor often defeated opponents mentally before the physical confrontation began. All of these elements combined into his preferred linear, direct approaches to combat, where he would methodically break down opponents through overwhelming force and tactical precision rather than fancy techniques. Norris's real-world tournament success proved his techniques worked under pressure. His 6 consecutive years as professional middleweight karate champion demonstrated not just skill, but the mental fortitude to perform when it mattered most. Yen's mastery encompasses multiple disciplines, but his Wing Chun expertise as Ip Man represents his technical peak. His fighting philosophy centers on lightning-fast chain punches and trapping techniques that work in perfect harmony with his understanding of combat geometry. This speed advantage flows seamlessly into his superior centerline theory and efficient movement, where every technique serves multiple purposes: attacking, defending, and positioning simultaneously. His incredible hand speed and coordination aren't isolated skills, but rather the foundation for his adaptive combat intelligence, allowing him to read opponents' movements and respond with appropriate techniques in split seconds. This adaptability enables the seamless integration of multiple martial arts systems, where he can shift from Wing Chun's close-range trapping to Taekwondo kicks or boxing combinations based on what the situation demands. Yen's choreographic genius lies in making complex techniques appear effortless while maintaining martial authenticity. His training regimen and dedication to perfection created a fighting style that appears almost supernatural in its precision.
Round 1. In a confined space, Yen's Wing Chun would initially seem advantageous. His Chi Sao, sticky hands, and close-range expertise could neutralize Norris's kicking game. However, Norris's Tang Soo Do includes significant hand techniques and clinch work that shouldn't be underestimated. Norris's raw power and reach advantage could prove decisive if he manages to establish distance for his kicks. Round 2. With room to maneuver, both fighters could utilize their preferred ranges. Norris's devastating kicks would force Yen to close distance quickly or risk being picked apart. Yen's superior speed and footwork would allow him to dart in and out, landing precise combinations while avoiding Norris's power shots. This round would showcase the classic speed versus power dynamic. Round 3. Both fighters possessed incredible mental strength, but approached psychological combat differently. Norris used his intimidating presence and reputation to unnerve opponents before physical contact. Yen's approach was more subtle, using perfect technique and timing to break an opponent's confidence. This mental aspect could prove decisive in a close physical contest.
Norris's greatest asset lies in his proven tournament success under pressure, which directly translates to his devastating one-shot knockout power that ended many real fights before they truly began. This knockout ability was supported by his exceptional physical conditioning and durability, allowing him to maintain peak performance throughout extended battles while absorbing punishment that would crumble lesser fighters. His strong defensive fundamentals formed the backbone of his success, creating opportunities for those devastating counters, all of which was validated through extensive real-world combat testing in competitive environments. Yen's primary advantage stems from his superior speed and coordination, which enables his more diverse technical arsenal to function as a cohesive fighting system rather than isolated techniques. This diversity feeds into his better adaptability mid-fight, allowing him to shift strategies and techniques based on his opponent's responses, all executed with exceptional timing and precision that makes even complex combinations appear effortless. His more complete martial arts education provides him with answers to virtually any combat scenario, drawing from multiple systems to find the optimal solution. Yet this technical mastery comes with inherent vulnerabilities. His less proven track record in actual competition raises questions about how his movie-perfected techniques would perform under real competitive pressure. His focus on technical excellence may come at the cost of potentially less raw physical power than pure combat athletes, and his movie-focused training versus competition training could leave gaps in his preparation for unpredictable real-world scenarios. Most significantly, his possible overemphasis on complexity versus effectiveness might lead him to choose elaborate techniques when simpler, more direct approaches would be more successful. After a careful analysis of both fighters in their absolute prime, considering their techniques, physical attributes, mental approach, and proven track records, the winner based on the tools and strengths and weaknesses presented. This hypothetical matchup represents more than just determining a victor. It's about appreciating two distinct martial arts philosophies. Norris represented the warrior spirit of American martial arts, proving that dedication and power could overcome any obstacle. Yen embodied the artistic perfection of traditional Chinese martial arts, demonstrating that technique and intelligence could triumph over brute force. A look back and ahead. The enduring legacy. Both fighters transcended their respective eras to become global icons. Norris influenced an entire generation of American martial artists and action stars, while Yen's Ip Man films sparked renewed worldwide interest in Wing Chun and traditional Chinese martial arts. Cultural impact. Their influence extends beyond fighting techniques to cultural representation. Norris helped establish martial arts as a legitimate American pursuit, while Yen preserved and promoted Chinese martial arts traditions for modern audiences. The debate over who would win reflects our fascination with martial arts excellence and the eternal question of whether Eastern or Western approaches to combat are superior. In reality, both fighters represent the pinnacle of their respective traditions, and their hypothetical battle serves as a celebration of martial arts diversity and the pursuit of physical and mental perfection that defines true martial artists across all cultures and eras.